Have you ever had a panic poo? My family's like, Emily, shut up. They're like, why are you singing?
Yeah.
They're like, we don't need to hear this. It's a whole different side of
I'm
me.
glad that we're close enough as friends that we can share this kind of stuff. Welcome to the show. I'm Spentaneous, and this week I got to sit down with Emily Ann TV. And it's important to make this clear. This is not a Let's Play, all right? This is a podcast. Just while we're talking, we happen to be playing on a hardcore Minecraft server. If Emily dies, this episode ends immediately, and she'll never be able to join the podcast again. And if I die, the podcast is done forever, never to start up another episode. Only myself and my guests can play on the world while it's live, and we are not allowed to react to or reference anything going on in the server at any time. Also, quick side by note, we are using Emily's audio for this episode because I messed up the recording of mine. We're off to a great start.
Hello.
Emily, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be starting a brand new podcast and to have you on as the very first guest.
Oh, well, I'm very honored. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so today we're going to be going through asking you tons of different questions, hopefully getting to know you a little bit more than any of us have had the chance to so far.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
I'm excited.
So, Emily, when did you first start playing Minecraft?
Oh gosh. Well, I want to say I started playing it when I was 8 years old, actually.
8 years old?
Yeah. 8 years old. Yes.
How was that for you?
It was, I'm not gonna lie, I had rage back then. I had rage, because I wanted to succeed in survival worlds, and then something very scary happened in that world where I had a beautiful home and everything I worked hard for, and then something blew it up. So then I gave up, but, yeah, like, it's just great. I just love it, honestly. Because now
Do you remember your first introduction to the game?
Well, I can say I had a very squeaky, high-pitched voice. And I was like, "Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are playing Minecraft in creative." That's pretty much what I did.
I love that. I mean, I meant more of like, do you remember the first time you were introduced to the game? But that's that's just as good.
I mean, okay. I want to say I was introduced to Minecraft by one of my cousins. They were like, "Oh, Emily, there's this new game called Minecraft. Have you played it?" I'm like, "No, quite honestly, I've never heard of it." And they were like, "Oh my God, like you need to play it." And I was like, "Okay." So once I jumped into it, I was like, "Okay, this is my new favorite game."
Oh, that's so your cousin introduced it to you.
Yes.
Was it through they just told you about it, or did they show it to you? Did you guys play it together at first?
Yeah, we actually did. We were all on vacation together, and we kind of just were hanging out. And then once my cousin showed it to me, I was like, "Oh my God, wait, like, show me the game." And then once we started playing it together, I was like, "Oh my God, like, this is a great game." And then it kind of just went from there.
Did you do a lot of gaming with your cousins then?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, absolutely.
Did you guys have any favorite games growing up that you guys would play with each other before Minecraft or even after Minecraft?
Honestly, I don't really think so, as sad as that sounds. I don't think so. I think Minecraft was kind of the first thing that kind of took us to being like, "Oh, we're all going to play some games together now." So I don't think we had any other game rather than Minecraft.
When it came to growing up, what was it like growing up with a younger sister?
Honestly, being an older sister and getting to grow up with a younger sister is probably the greatest thing. Yes, it could be annoying at times. I think everyone that has a sibling can vouch for me on that. But yeah, yes, like I said, it's annoying because when you're young and then they're growing up alongside with you, they want to do the same thing you're doing, and they want to just basically not copy you, but it felt like that when you were young. But now it's just great because we have a lot of the same interests and stuff like that now. So I think overall it's just been great.
Do you think it was more? Do you think your sister was more interested in doing what you were doing because you both Like she's your sister versus having like a younger brother or something like that?
I think so. I mean, I would say so. Yeah. I mean, I mean, yeah, I think I'd say that.
Do you think your sisters played an influence at all on the current content that you create right now on YouTube and Twitch?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, she'll like come on my Twitch channel and we'll just, cause chaos on there. And I mean, I'll even have her, rewatch my YouTube videos that I've edited just to see if she approves of
You
it.
just sit her down. Hey, I need you to watch this for me.
Yeah,
Tell me what you think.
I just attach her to a chair and I say to her, I'm like, you cannot go anywhere before you watch this video. So you have to give me.
I just imagine you just say to her, we're going to play a little game.
Play a little game of watch my editing. And if you don't like it, you're staying here until you like it.
I take it in that situation, you don't change any of your editing. You just keep her there until finally she's just like, oh yeah, I like this now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It has nothing to do with her looking at it and giving you advice. It's just until you get the go ahead from her that she's accepted it.
Oh, exactly. That's exactly what I do. Exactly 100%. That's what I do. I mean, come on.
Do you remember what the very first Minecraft content was that you created?
Oh gosh. I think, like I said earlier, I think it was when I had that high pitched squeaky voice. Well,
to be fair, not much has changed.
Okay now. No, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe my first video was like me and my sister had a conjoined world. And we kind of just like were messing around. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to screen record. And at the time I didn't know how to screen record. So I took my GoPro, set it right in front of my TV, and it had the fisheye effect, my GoPro. So I thought like, oh, I'm getting the whole screen, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work very well, but that was the first video that I made with my sister actually in it too. And we had to have a split screen because we only had a TV just for us at that point. But during that time, that was my first video, actually. So
that's so cool. So that was uploaded to, I'm assuming, an old YouTube channel.
Yes, I mean, I have some.
You don't have to say what it is.
I don't remember actually, so I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Oh wow, really?
I think I got logged out of it. I think sadly, but it's okay. I'm sure I'll find it.
So somewhere out on the internet of YouTube,
oh god,
there is a very, I was gonna say an old, but there's an old video from a very young Emily.
Don't go searching
and
for
Emily's
it.
sister.
Don't go searching for it, please.
That's what. All right, that's the new goal. We got to find it. If someone out there can find this and send it to us, we'll do. What we'll do is next time Emily comes back on.
Oh crap!
We'll surprise Emily with a react. We'll do like a reaction thing where it's like, oh, perfect, Emily. We're here to surprise you with our new reaction video, and you're like, oh, I like reacting to stuff.
Great!
Like, yeah.
I'm so excited.
And then. Yeah, and then I'll give you some context as if it's something completely different.
Okay.
So that you have no idea what you're about to be stepping into.
Got it. It's very evil of you.
When it comes to creating content, do you have any sources that you draw inspiration from?
Well, I watch like a lot of YouTubers. I'm sure that is kind of a giveaway. But I do watch a lot of like influencers that I look up to, and I kind of look at their editing style and I'm like, okay, I can probably do something like that, but make mine different. So I kind of tend to do that, but yeah, I feel like I just have a lot of people and it would take forever for me to kind of list them, but I do look at content creators, their videos and everything, and I'm like, oh, what they did there is a good idea. Or like, ooh, I can do that, but make it my own way. So it's really just about what fits my editing style and all that.
Is it the editing style that you look for first then? When it comes to the inspiration from the creators?
I think so. I feel like at least for me, like editing, I just feel like it plays such a big role. I feel like yes, making the content is like number one because you got to get that to edit. But when it comes down to editing, that's like the last and final part to make everything like come together, look great for the viewers. So I get really excited about editing.
How long have you been editing for?
Ooh, so I want to say so I haven't been I well, I want to say probably way before quarantine happened. I want to say probably like 2018 maybe, but I deleted a lot of videos because of how cringy they were. That's sad, but
No, that's fair. That's fair. I've my YouTube channel. I deleted 3 years of content off of it when I
oh my gosh.
rebranded or when I restarted making new stuff.
Right.
And I don't regret the decision at all.
I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
No, I there's a lot of people that have. There's very few creators that I've seen that still have their original content on. It's mostly some of the OGs that you'll find that
right.
that still have it.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to come up with new ideas for their own content?
Ooh, oh, that's a very good question, actually. I need to think about this one. What advice? Well, what I normally do is so obviously I write down my ideas and what I want to, record and things like that. And I try and also, as dumb as this sounds, I look on YouTube and see like what other people are doing because I'm like, okay, what can I do other than just Minecraft? So I always try and expand a little bit. But I say like, because I get this question kind of a lot sometimes, so I just say like,
I'm assuming just from different audience members.
Yeah, like, yeah, definitely. Like if I don't know, like if you're someone that likes, I don't know, like something like a game like Call of Duty, for instance, like if you like stuff like that and you are kind of getting tired of that game and you kind of want to move on to something different, expand. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with expanding. I mean, I've been playing some newer games and stuff and I've been in love with those. So, because I'm normally just used to like Minecraft. I'm always streaming Minecraft. So, and I feel like don't ever be afraid to like go out of your comfort zone, is what I'm saying. So, like, yes, it may be scary, but just go for it. There's no harm in trying. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, don't knock it till you try it, folks.
Do you have any rituals or routines that you have that help you get into a creative mindset?
Ooh, well, one thing I do is I will listen to upbeat music and I'm like, all right, get in a good mood, get all inspired, that's a lot, like music is a lot of the things I do to kind of like get myself ready for the day or just in general. So sometimes I'll put on some music and then I'm like, oh wait, I should do this today for stream, or like, oh, I should record this. So I'd say that is like music kind of helps me. And then sometimes like if I'm just sitting down and I'm like chilling out for the night, I'll make myself some tea and then I'll kind of just sit down and think about, what I should do, and then I'll get up and stream. And I like having tea. Like, is that like I have too much tea, I think. It's bad because I have it before every stream, I feel
Can
like.
you have too much tea?
Well, I don't think, I think, no, you can never have too much. Listen, you can never have too much tea. There's always room for tea. Always.
Do you have any strategies for overcoming creative blocks or finding inspiration when you're stuck?
Ooh, okay, so when I normally am in a creative block, what I'll do is I kind of like, obviously when everyone's in a creative block, they kind of just step away for a little bit, take a breather. So I'll do that. And then a lot of the time I will also I'll also like, again, watch some YouTubers and see like, okay, like what new games are out there. Or like I just watch things to inspire me. But that's just what I do. But I think I speak for everyone that is a content creator or that is dreaming of becoming one, that like creative block sucks because like you want to create, you want to make content, but when that sudden like block hits you, it's like the worst feeling in the world. Because for me, whenever I don't come out with content, I feel like I'm letting people down. And then I have to get myself out of that mindset because I'm like, no, that's definitely not the case. It's okay to have a break. So normally when I have a creative block, I kind of spend time with my family and kind of get my mind off of it. So then when I'm ready to come back, at least I'm not moping and I'm not talking about like, oh, I didn't get anything out to the like fans. Like, oh no. At least I go in like all fresh and everything. So I feel like that's something I pretty much do is I hang out with my family because, you know, family's very important to me. So yeah.
What would you say are some of the biggest changes you've seen in Minecraft and content creation since you started?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a big loaded question.
You know, since I started playing at 8 years old, ever since 8 to now, it is like, because I remember when I first started playing it, it was literally just like, oh God, what did they even have? It was literally, you didn't have colorful beds. You didn't have all these other kinds. I think there was, correct me
No,
if
it
I'm
was just
wrong.
the red one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I believe that there was, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they had birch trees yet. Maybe they did. I think, did they? But I don't know. Like they didn't have.
I feel like birch has been in for a really long time.
Okay, all right.
Someone will correct us in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna be like, Emily, how do you not know this?
Emily, you're so bad at Minecraft. Do you even call yourself a Minecraft player?
No, I'm a Minecraft player.
Watch it. It's gonna be your sister. She's gonna be the one.
No, yeah, my sister's gonna be like, she's an idiot. My God, like I know this more than.
Although
her.
I bet your sister also would have. She'd have to look it up online first to find out the answer, and then pretend that she knows the answer.
Oh yeah.
Just so that she can really harp on you about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, your sister seems like the malicious kind of person like that. So.
Yeah, she craves violence.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Every time she's come onto one of your streams, it's just been nothing but just her eyes are always just bloodshot with rage and anger. It's kind of frightening.
Yeah,
Sometimes I wonder if you have her on the stream because you want her to be there or because she hasn't given you another choice.
I mean, it could, you know, it could be both.
It could be both.
It could very well be both.
So when you're preparing your own content, how do you know when you have a good idea? And how do you know when that idea is something that's worth pursuing?
Ooh, well, so this is totally off of Minecraft, but so I just was like, okay, Dream Team meetup, Dream's face reveal, you know, all that started going on, right? And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do like a random thing. I'm gonna do a reaction video to all of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that video.
No, yeah. So I just filmed that video just because I was like, oh, that'd be fun. Like, I'm sure like a lot of people are gonna be doing it. Why not, you know, do it as well, just so I can look back on it and be like, oh, I was there for that. Like, that's awesome. So I recorded it. I ended up recording it, and then all of a sudden it just blew up, and I was like, what's going on? I'm like, YouTube algorithm, are you okay? I was like, this never happened.
Wait, it blew up on YouTube?
Yeah, it's almost got 10,000.
I thought it blew up on Twitch, unless it did it on both.
I don't think.
Or no, sorry, not Twitch, on TikTok.
Oh God, what video was that? I don't think that blew up on TikTok. I don't remember. All I know is that YouTube, that video's almost got like about over 10, not over. It's just about to 10,000. Which I'm like,
that's so cool.
Oh, I'm like, oh my God. So like every day I'll just like look at it and I'm like watching it tick up and I'm like, oh my God. So yes, but like like you were saying, like I really just kind of like filmed that with no intention at all of like being like, oh, this is gonna go great. You know, like I just filmed it
You're
just to
just like,
film
oh,
it.
this is something fun. Let's just make it.
Yeah, exactly. So it just ended up blowing up. And then after that, people were like, oh my God, like, Emily, you should make more reaction videos like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I should. However, I just don't want it to circle around that genre from when I got subscribers from it. I don't want it to just
Yeah,
be because of that.
with some recent developments, if you would, if your channel had focused or turned into like a dream, especially Dream SMP Reacts channel, you know, you might have had some terrible news a little while ago.
Definitely.
Your whole channel would be falling apart. Unless maybe it would have exploded even more because people would have been like, I need my Dream SMP content. And then
That's
you'd
true.
be the only source.
I mean,
because now the Dream SMP is gone.
I know, rip. I asked my followers about that and they were like, I'm so sad. And I'm like, I had to tell them, like, you know, good things have to come to an end eventually. You know, like, you know, everyone's moving on to bigger and better things all the time in life. So, you know, things like that happen. But I was sad when they announced it, but that's okay.
You're so wise and full of wisdom.
I know, right? I mean, don't overfeed my ego here. Come on.
Right. Sorry. So how do you prioritize and manage the ideas that you come up with for your content? Like, what criteria do you use to decide on which ideas you're gonna produce first?
Oh God. See, I want to sound wise again, but is it bad that I just wing it?
No, that's fine.
Like,
you can also you can have that as your legitimate answer, and you can make something else up if you want. And we can pretend that that's the actual answer. Like, you could just throw out some like ancient wisdom that you heard on a TikTok, and we'll pretend that that's your answer for it.
Ancient. You know, wait, ancient TikTok. Is that a thing?
I have.
You have me
I don't know.
thinking of things. I'm like, wait, what?
I know every once in a while I get these TikToks from. I think the TikTok channel is called something like Old Chinese Ancient Wisdom, and it's this guy that pretends to be his grandfather.
Oh,
and
okay.
he speaks in like a Chinese accent, and he just says like the most random things.
Okay.
But it just because he's using the accent, it just makes everything sound wise.
Oh, okay.
Like it's coming from like the old Chinese mentor that you get on a lot of old television shows.
Oh, right. I see. Okay. I see. You're more wise than me. What are you calling me wise for? Jesus.
I don't know how that makes me wise. It's just stuff that I hear and see occasionally. All right, then, what do you think are the most important elements of creating not content, but engaging content? Ooh.
Oh gosh. Well, I think we all know I love to be entertaining. So with that comes chaos, especially when I have my friends involved, because we did a GTA video, which I've still not edited yet. You know,
Good luck.
And
Editing that kind of stuff is a lot of work.
It's gonna be so difficult.
And I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies.
I'm glad I'm not your enemy.
Well, no, you're not. I can't count the amount of times I've said, Emily, just don't edit it. Just move on.
Just put it all together and just like see how it goes.
Just enjoy the stream. Maybe watch it back and grab a few clips out of it if you really want to. But to edit all of that, there were so many random things that happened with no coherent structure
It
to
was
it.
so chaotic.
Oh
man. But yeah, like I just like the more chaos, the better. I grew up in a household that just loved being funny, being chaotic. So I am like, you know what? Why not include that in my content? because I think I'm hilarious. So there you
Well,
go.
I like to think you're kind of funny at times too.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. I don't get that a lot.
Well, I'd consider it a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot, actually.
What? Okay. Well, so you kind of answered the next question I had for you about what do you find to be the most engaging and interesting. It has to be chaos. And what do you think draws you to this chaos, besides the fact that it's something that you grew up with?
Ooh. Well, okay. So when I was growing up, I always watched these YouTube channels that would always like, they would have these things where they would just like, I don't know, but I forget what they would do, but it was just overly funny. And then they would just like do things to like, okay, so like for instance, like pranks. Like people would just go up to someone and do a prank on them. And I was like,
you're a prank channel enjoyer.
Oh, I love pranks.
I want to no, I don't know if I can associate with you.
Why not? I mean, I'm a great prankster. You should. Can I prank you? Can I prank you?
I'm still waiting for you to prank me back in the Neverbound SMP.
You know what?
So I don't know if you can really call yourself a great prankster unless your prank is just not pranking back. And in the case of this situation we have in the Neverbound SMP, that might be the ultimate prank, because I can't prank you back until you've pranked me, and I really want to prank you back, and I've got stuff planned.
Maybe I've got a 2-part prank, and maybe that's just part 1.
Wait, not pranking me back is part 1 of the prank.
Mm-hmm. But I'm also preparing.
If you don't prank me back, and that's part 1, then can there ever be a part 2? Because part 2 would then make part 1 null and void. Or is part 2? Oh my God, is that the full part of the prank? Is part 2 the full part of the prank, where your part 1 is to not prank, and then part 2?
Are you nervous, Ben?
It just never happens.
Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous.
You
I'm
sound
just
nervous.
I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little nervous.
You should be. I have goals with this prank. I have a big goal with this prank. And I don't think I'm like, is he gonna talk to me after this?
Never again. Today is the last day that we will ever associate with each other.
Guys, we actually hate each other. We're just doing this for views.
I've already blocked you. I'm just pretending that I can hear what you're saying and responding stuff, because I just know how predictable you are.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm
so I just know what it is you're gonna say and how you're gonna say stuff.
Yeah, we hate each other.
So what do you think are some common mistakes or pitfalls that content creators should avoid?
Oh God, there's so many. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Where do I begin though? Okay.
Oh no.
Where do I begin? Okay. I feel like, oh God, I don't even know where to begin with this. Trying to think. Like, what's a good starting point to explain this?
I don't know.
Oh God.
I don't even know where you're gonna go with it, so it's hard to say.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, how do I go about this real quick? Like, I feel like, oh God, I had this part all planned out too, which is the funny part. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and now I'm like, we're doing it. And I'm like, oh wait, what was I gonna say? I feel like,
to be fair, sometimes it can be hard to concentrate on things. So
that's true.
At times there could be lots going on.
That's very true. No, yeah, I feel like, okay, so when content creators get very popular, or just any person that's like, a big celebrity or anything, I feel like when they, at least this is just my opinion, at least when they think everything they say is like, they're allowed to just say it. So like, depending on what the topic is, I feel like a lot of them feel like they're entitled. And does that make
that's
sense?
fair.
And then like that's why like people are like, oh, I'm not supporting this person anymore. So I don't do that, because I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I'm like, no, that would not be good. But I feel like a lot of the time there's things that are better left unsaid, especially on social media. You know, like I don't know. It's just I feel like I just don't like that whole aspect of like people that have like a huge following or like that just in general think they're like entitled to say whatever they want because they've got such a huge platform, if that makes sense. I have no idea if any of that
Makes
makes
sense.
sense, but but
No, I think that's fair.
yeah, so that's just how I've always looked at it. I'm like
You heard it here first, folks. Emily hates anyone who has a large following.
so I hate myself. Woo.
What would you or what do you find to be some of the most rewarding aspects of building a community around your content?
Oh, I love this question already. Um I want to say like everything about it because so
I thought that was how you're gonna just leave it. Oh, you know,
yeah,
just everything.
just everything about it and I'm done. No. so I won't go into it, but like basically I had previously done something before I started, streaming and stuff like that. And I kind of grew a community very like fairly quickly um
Hmm.
with doing so. And over time, like my community just got bigger and bigger, and then people started joining my Discord servers, and things like that. And then all of a sudden, people started making fan art for me, fan edits, um, and things like that. I got to meet fans. I ran into a fan at Disney World one time, which you know how Disney
Yeah, that was a
is.
cool story.
Yeah, I mean Disney's a huge place, and the fact that I happened to be right by someone within that time was crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
especially for them knowing who you are, the chances of
oh
that
my gosh, yeah.
feel crazy.
Oh my god, absolutely. So, yeah, like my community, I feel like it's just like my community. I always like say it on stream and everything. Best community in my eyes because, they've been there for me ever since I made the switch from what I used to do on the internet and they've just, you know, been there with me every step of the way. Um, and a lot of people have told me before that I'm like their comfort streamer, and I'm like,
Aw.
they put me in edits where it's like Ron Boo and me and things like that, and I'm like, no way you're comparing me to this amazing streamer, like no way, like I've just started this, no way you're putting me in an edit with Ron Boo, like that's bogus, like what? um, so I'd say like my community is just like really amazing and I feel very honored to like have created or like at least watch my community grow and everything. So I'm very, very lucky and grateful for it every single day.
How do you how do you I'm not sure how to word this one. How do you foster a sure, how do you foster a sense of community among your audience? And not as in like how do you, but it's like how do you personally do it?
Ooh. Um, can I use my Discord for like reference?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so in my Discord server, I have some youngins because, that's gonna happen. So I have some youngins in my server, and sometimes like I try my best to keep an eye out for anyone that can come in and be like, "Oh," and like they just say random weird things. Um because I don't want anyone getting hurt or being, I don't know, things with DMs or things like that. I don't want that happening to any of my
Mhm.
followers. So I tend to kind of just well, I don't think it's bad to be overprotective of that whole aspect because I don't want anyone getting hurt or getting upset. My job, I feel like as a creator is to keep everyone in my community safe and
Aw.
comfortable. So I try and always stay on top of that even in my Twitch chat because things have happened in my Twitch chat that I'm like, "Oh my god, no." So, yeah. But yeah, I'd say my community is my biggest thing. I always try and like you know, protect my community as best I can because they're like my little online children.
Your little online children, I love
it.
What's okay? Well, do you have any advice then for someone who's looking to build a community around their own work?
Oh, yes, I have plenty of advice for this. Honestly, if you are planning, to anyone listening to this podcast, if you're planning on becoming a content creator and something's holding you back, don't let it hold you back. The amount of times
Just don't, you know.
no, literally don't, because the amount of times I've had some people come into whether they're followers of mine or like they've been a fan of mine for years or whatever. Um like I've always have someone asking like, "Oh, I only have, you know, a small little laptop. I don't have a microphone. I don't have this. I don't have that." And I always tell them I'm like, "I started out on a laptop, no microphone, no mouse, just a small little keyboard that came with, you know, the computer obviously." So I started out with just a laptop. And then just because I'm extra, that's when I was like, "I'm going to get everything else I want." But there's no right or wrong with starting to make content. You can go from like just anywhere you want to begin. And whatever's holding you back, whether it's people saying like, "Oh, you're not good enough for this," or "it won't go anywhere for you," don't let that negativity get a hold on you, because
Yeah.
it's your life. Do what you want to do with your life. Don't let anyone be negative, and don't let them be a Debbie Downer, okay? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you do you because you're the best you out there. So make that dream come true. Whatever your dream is, just make it come true. And that's all I can say. And that's I think that's why, you know, we're all here. Because we all have a dream. And we want it to
Well,
succeed.
I think we just got that ancient Emily wisdom.
The ancient Emily wisdom. Yes.
Yeah, genuinely, that was really good, and it sounded very wise.
You're making
I'm
my
not just trying
ego
to make
go.
light of everything that you just said. Genuinely, I think it was really cool.
Thank you. My ego just got 10 times bigger. No, I'm kidding.
You're like the Grinch.
Yeah. My heart just got really big.
So, getting into stuff a little bit outside of Minecraft, what kind of activities did you like, or did you get up to when you were a kid growing up?
Dance. Dance was my biggest thing when I was growing up. Like,
was that something you started by choice, or was it something you were thrown into? Because I know a lot of people end up getting thrown into it, and then I feel like it's a good 50-50 of those who end up enjoying it and those who end up regretting being a part of it.
So I started dancing, I want to say when I was 5. My mother enrolled me and she was like, "Oh, you can make new friends." Because like before I got homeschooled, obviously, you know, I would just go to school and see my friends, and then after that,
Oh, I forgot you're a homeschooler.
yes, I'm homeschooled.
God, that explains so much.
Dang, dang, Span, dang. No, it's all good. I agree though. Um, but yeah. So after school, my mom was like, "Oh, let's go like enroll you in like, you know, a dance class." And I was like, "Okay, what's a dance class? Sounds interesting. Let's go." Um, so I started doing that, and then I want to say I stopped at 16. That's when I stopped dancing, because I grew out of it. But for when I was dancing all the time, um, I made a lot of friends. I did competition team, which you would basically just compete dances and, you know, go up against other amazing dancers. And
would it be dances that you had to learn, or were these dances that you had to come up with yourself?
We would have to learn them. And so
okay.
I did like group dances. I even did solos. But I only did it for a couple of years because over time things got very stressful. And things were just kind of, I was growing out of it as well.
No, that's fair. Dance stuff can be crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, have you ever heard of a show called Dance Moms?
I was actually gonna bring that.
Yeah,
Was gonna be.
I've been watching that recently because I'm like, wow, this really was what my dance experience was like. Like no, like
Oh no.
no, genuinely, like that's what it was like. Um,
Oh,
it
that's
was
terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrible. Although I do not regret it though, because I have a lot of memories with it, and I look back on it every
Mhm.
now and then. I'm like, oh, like that was a nice time. Like I won trophies, and medals and things like that. I've gotten first place in things before. So like it was very, very cool, especially since I was going up against other amazing boys and girls that were like way more advanced than I was at that time. But um yeah, my hobby then was, growing up was always dance. Always.
Do you think your time in dance has influenced your content creation in any sort of way?
um I think so. I think the main fact is always being kind to others because when I was dancing, I was always kind. I was raised to always be kind to others and always hear them out if something's going on or if something's bothering someone. I feel like it's always good to be a source for somebody, whether it's for them to kind of talk to you or like, I don't know, I just feel like just being nice is like the main thing, you know, giving off a good energy is good. So that's what I always did at dance, and that's what I tend to do now. So,
Are there any hobbies that you want to get into but you haven't yet?
oh my gosh, yes. So I really want to go ghost hunting. I want to film
Ghost
some.
hunting, really?
Yes, believe it or not,
Oh
yes.
no.
I already have equipment. Like I already have a lot of.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I do. I have a spirit box and an EMF reader. Um, so those detect when like ghosts are nearby and like things like that. But I really want to go to a haunted house because I have one nearby me. Um, and I just think it would be fun because then it could expand my content. And if people really like it, once I do it one day, then that can open up an extra door and being like, oh, she doesn't just play Minecraft. Like she's also, you know, a
Wow,
ghost
yeah, she
hunter.
doesn't just play Minecraft, she also believes in the supernatural.
I mean, okay, do you? Do you believe? Do
No,
you really?
not even a little bit.
We're gonna have to change your mind on that.
It's not gonna change. I've got a friend that wants to take me ghost hunting,
Oh, really?
and I don't think well, he also lives in the States, so it's a little complicated
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm up in Canada.
Right, right,
But
right. Ew.
no, yeah, no, I don't believe in it at all.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what? And that's another thing about me. I support
Sorry, I'm
whatever
sorry for
you're.
me being a non-believer.
No, it's okay. Because guess what? It's as long as you like have like listen. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion, so that's okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion,
Hmm.
you know, and some people's opinions are just gonna be wrong.
Yeah, like yours. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Maybe I'm not. Hmm.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think you've mentioned it before.
Oh
The
yeah.
thing about ghost hunting. I'd forgotten about it though.
Wow. How dare? No, I'm kidding.
That's okay.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming you're a big fan of stuff like Phasmophobia then too.
oh my god, yeah. Like actually used to be afraid of it up until quarantine hit. I used to hate horror movies. I hated everything like that. But when quarantine hit, and I found the YouTube channel I used to watch all the time called Sam and Colby, I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, I
Sam and
can
Kobe.
Yeah, Sam and Colby, not Kobe.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't do that to Colby. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, no, but yeah, like, um, so I used to watch their channel a long time ago when I was younger, and when they started to migrate towards like the paranormal, I watched a single video. I forget which video it was, but I got so scared. I like because I watched it in the middle of the night, so I got so scared that like I threw my iPod across the room and I never watched anything like that again up until
Oh
2020.
wow, really?
Yeah. So I was terrified of it up until, quarantine happened. And then that's when I kind of just started getting into it more. Like, so, and I'm still learning stuff about it, but I know a good amount about it, which is cool, you know. But yeah,
Do you ever think you'll do anything with the ghost hunting and content creation?
yes. I mean, it's a goal of mine. I really like. I want to film like a overnight stay at the place that I have in mind. Like, I want to stay over like for like overnight and film a YouTube video. Like, it's to the point where I really just want to do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as much as I don't believe in it, it still would be kind of cool to go through and see it and try it out. Because I've always,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm open to the possibility,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I'm not, you know? It's
You know what? It's okay. It's fair.
I don't
It's
know how
fair.
to word it. It's a weird.
It's okay. You're wording it just fine, Sven. You're doing great.
Sorry, I'm a non-believer, and I hope that you'll forgive me someday.
It's okay. It's okay. You're totally fine. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You're good. I don't want people being like, oh, she doesn't support him. Oh my god.
Well, no, I don't support you in your ghost hunting activities.
Okay, fine then.
But let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it. Your ghost hunting beliefs, but I support you in your ghost hunting activities, even though you don't have any of those activities yet.
Not yet.
But if you were to have activities of it, it would be supported.
Yes. I mean,
It's
I really
it's weird. It's weird to word, but yes.
No, I think it'll be very cool, especially like switching up content and everything. I think in terms of that, I think it would be really, really fun.
That is true. That would be very different from anything that you've done so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like I've done like vlogs where I've like met up with some, you know, online friends, which has been absolutely amazing. So I've done that kind of stuff before. But I really want to try and do like content that like I've been kind of like just really drawn to recently. I'm like, wait, this sounds really, really cool to do. Like, I don't know, I just really want to do that.
No, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I hope you get the opportunity to go and do something like that.
As do I. I've been like dying for it. As dramatic as that may sound, I've been like dying to do it. Oh my gosh.
How do you find your hobbies have evolved over the years?
Oh goodness. Well, oh gosh. I feel like it's all been in a good way. I feel like it's nothing really has been in a negative way. Thank God. Um but could you imagine like, oh, it was so negative like
Yeah, my hobbies have just gotten worse and worse. I've become more of a degenerate.
I've become more yeah. Just imagine like, oh yeah, like, oh Emily, how are your hobbies? Like, what are they like now? Oh, they're so negative. I hate it.
Yeah, I used to be a really nice person, but now my hobbies involve hating people.
Yeah, now I'm just now I just hate everything around me.
I just see people walk on the street, and my hobby is to throw rocks at them.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Have I thought about it? Yes, because intrusive thoughts. But have I actually done it? No.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between a hobby and intrusive thoughts.
Sadly.
I hope.
Sadly.
Sadly.
I'm kidding.
All right.
Yeah, so I feel okay, so I'm gonna go off topic of like content creation. So because like even when I was dancing, I was always like filming and taking pictures. I loved editing pictures, putting filters on myself while I was editing, you know, my photos or things like that. So I want to say that like I feel like I've grown so much with it in such an amazing positive way. Like if I were to look at my, you know, tiny little 9-year-old self and say, girlfriend, you're gonna have a community, you're gonna make amazing friends, like, and you're gonna get to meet a lot of your like online friends and everything, and you're just gonna have the best time of your life doing it. Like, I feel like my 9-year-old self would probably just poop themselves out of excitement.
Oh, wow. All right. Oh.
Because they'd be like, oh my God, like Okay, maybe not poo themselves, but maybe they just probably start like going like feral or
No, you know, with
something.
excitement though, with excitement, sure.
Yeah, I think we call them excited
We'll
poos.
accept that as an answer. We
Yeah.
definitely find it to be a little bit of a weird answer, but we'll accept it.
Well, you should, I have other terms that I was gonna say, but I was like, no.
Look,
But
I forgot to warn you, but this is not a judgment-free zone.
thank you. Like, thanks, thanks, thanks. No, I was gonna say like, like, oh, like my little 9-year-old self would have like happy poos, but then I was like, wait, yeah, that's probably better because I do. Okay, I'm not gonna say that on here. No, I'm not gonna.
I've never heard of that before.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. I lost you for a moment there.
You put yourself on deafened, I saw.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out what I did wrong. Oh, yeah, my bad. My bad. I couldn't hear you anymore, so I started to go and try and figure out the problem, and then by the time I found my Discord window, I was like, oh, maybe it was a connection problem because you were gone.
No, because like I was like,
You're probably just like, oh my god, he hates me so much now.
no, I literally was like, oh my god, wait, did I just lose connection? And then I pulled up Discord and I was like, oh wait, no, he's deafened. Like, but
Yeah, no, that was a complete accident.
no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But like, have you ever
No, I hated the conversation so much
about panic
that I just
poos
couldn't
and
handle it
happy
anymore,
poos?
and I had to leave.
Have you ever had a panic poo?
No, I have not. I've never been like, are you talking about like you're so panicked it just happens, or you're just like in a panic so you go and sit down and then it happens? Like
Both.
both? Yeah, no, I've
Panic
never
poo's
had
a
anything like that.
panic poo, okay?
I've also never had I've also never had a happy one, you know? I've never been
What?
just so I've never had a moment in my life where I've just been so happy. I'm like, you know what I gotta go do right now?
Listen, I sing songs when I am so happy when I do this.
Oh,
I just sing songs. Like, I'm not even kidding. My family's like, Emily, shut up. They're like, why are you singing?
Yeah.
They're like, we don't need to hear this.
Wow, this is a side of Emily I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I might as well go to jail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's yeah, no, it's
It's a whole different side of
I'm
me.
glad that we're close enough as friends that we can share this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
It's like one of those things where it's like, imagine you go to like a birthday party and you get there and it turns out, or like, yeah, say someone says like, yeah, we're going for a sci-fi theme, and you get there and then it turns out everybody's wearing diapers, right? It's just like, it's just so different than what I was expecting to hear. Not to like make a reference to like the whole poop stuff, but
no, yeah.
you know, it threw me off for a little bit. And I had to reconnect. You know, like part of it was
okay.
it was so different that part of my soul left like it was like halfway leaving my body. It was just like, I don't know how to handle this, but we're back. Hello again.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, when I saw that you were deafened, I was like, oh my god, he's talking mad crap right now. I'm like, oh no.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. You know what's funny? I didn't even realize I said that until you were like, no pun intended. I'm just that funny.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the time that we have here. So we have a rapid fire section here where I'm going to just throw out, I've got 20 questions. All right. And you got to answer them as fast as you possibly can.
Got it.
Are you prepared?
I am very prepared for this.
All right. Favorite book, movie, or TV show?
What's that one? The Last of Us.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Favorite type of food?
Ramen.
Morning or night owl?
Night owl for sure.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favorite content creator?
Spentaneous, of course, which if you're not subscribed, do so.
Yes. Dream Minecraft project to be a part of? As in, like, what's your what would be your dream project?
Oh God.
Doesn't have to actually be Dream like himself.
Oh God damn it. Not I wish I could meet Dream. I would love for I don't know, Minecraft to release a thing where like we can fly spaceships in Minecraft. Or we can just make it happen on our own. I mean, either way, that's a dream of mine. There you
go. Favorite Minecraft mod?
Oh, create mod and Optifine at the minute, at least.
Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Did we lose Emily again?
Oh. Wait, I did answer. Did you hear me?
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said pop.
Pop music? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Favorite hobby?
Content creation.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Is Panic Poos a talent?
Sure. I was looking for a yes or no answer, but I'll accept.
I mean, okay, you know what then?
Accept.
No.
It's a trick question. It's a trick question.
So we'll say yes then. I have many.
Okay.
I totally have many.
Biggest fear?
Losing people I love.
Favorite place you've ever visited?
Tennessee.
Favorite childhood memory?
Being happy and like growing up around my family and spending time with them.
Summer or winter?
Winter, because in Florida it's always summer at this point.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas, because that means it's almost the end of a hectic year.
What's something on your bucket list?
Ghost hunting for sure.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a dog and her name is Sophia.
And what do you want to know about the next guest that we have on here?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Let me think about this one because I want it to be a good one because I want to hear what they say.
Well, it doesn't really help with it. It's quick fire.
Oh, okay. Where do they want to take their content in the next couple of years, or like where do they see themselves in the next couple of years or so?
I love it. Well, Emily, this has been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. It's definitely something different. It's the very first time I've done this before, so it turned out fantastic to have you as the very first guest. So
thank you
very much for being a part of this.
And thank you so much for inviting me. I had a blast.
If the last line that you could say is "Thank you for inviting me to your Let's Play," so that I can say something after that.
All right.
That'd be great.
All right, let's go. Thank you for inviting me to your Let's Play.
It's not a Let's Play. It's a podcast.
Podcast. Okay.
And you made it to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed listening just as much as we did recording it. Next week we are joined by Finn Sole, another amazing content creator and the mastermind behind Crimecraft. If you're listening to this on YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed the video format. But also know this podcast is available on iTunes, Google, Spotify, you name it. It's probably there.